I would like to come back to the topic of getting application running everywhere on every distribution and compare it to the out of three modules in the kernel, where the rule is to get your module in the kernel, merge in the kernel. Could we ask maybe the same for the application to get them merged into distributions?
I think that's what actually happens quite often. I mean, this is what most of you, I don't know what most of you are doing. I'm assuming most of you maintain one or more packages. Am I completely wrong? Right. No, okay. So most of you, your work is literally to bring in the applications into the system. And I think that's actually the right solution for all the base applications. Do not get me wrong. I do not think that something like 90% of the core stuff that is open source should just be in the distribution. But then there's the crazy stuff, right? There's something like Subsurface is open source, but let's face it, we have maybe 1,000 users worldwide, out of which maybe a couple of hundred are running Linux, out of which maybe 10 are running on Debian. I don't know. We do have some numbers, so those numbers are not completely made up, but my point is, if you have 10 users on Debian, and you have 10 users on Fedora, and I know we have a couple of users on, actually we have a couple of users on Arch, and we have most of the Linux users seem to be on Ubuntu, which actually kind of makes sense, right? Because divers are not necessarily computer technical people. So, and Ubuntu has been selling to that kind of crowd. So if you have that kind of situation, does it make sense to have people inside every distribution package that application for that distribution and do so in a really timely manner when we're making major changes that is really important to users, because without those changes, their dive computer does not work, right? No, it does not make any sense at all. So even for open source projects, bringing that project into a project like Debian is just waste of manpower. You guys have better things to do, trust me, you really do. Subsurface is a fun application, but nobody should waste their life oh, maybe the maintainer is actually here. Oops. But the point is, I'm grateful we actually do have a Debian maintainer. Did I screw that up? No. But this is an example of something where it would make more sense for us, like for Windows, we have nightly builds. And by we, I don't mean me, because I haven't touched a Windows machine in a long time. But Dirk Hondel, who's the real maintainer, builds basically nightly. And it's really convenient because these users that have problems with a particular model of dive computer, he can make a Windows binary and say, hey, install that package and see if it fixes your problem. This is what you want for real users.